honor of the 10th anniversary of September 11th, 2001, please listen to the inspirational words of United States Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton in her eulogy for my mother, Sonia Mercedes Morales Puopolo, on October 6, 2001. And share Sonia's ring with your family and friends to help spread hope, healing, and love.
On behalf of my husband and myself, and the many friends of Sonia, we are honored to have all of you here in this historic church for this occasion. I was very moved and deeply honored to be asked to speak about this extraordinary woman whose energy and spirit and love of life touched so many. But first, I want to say a word to Sonia's family. When you meet as many families as I have, or as Senator Kerry has in the course of our lives, we go in and out of families all the time. Some for just a few seconds, some who become friends of a lifetime. I have never met a family more joined by love than this family. Dom and Dominic Jr., Mark Anthony and Tita are joined here today not only in their grief at the loss of their wife and mother, but in the love that she planted and nurtured starting 40 years ago in the heart of a young boy from West Roxbury, who saw her for the first time at a church. This beautiful young ballerina from Puerto Rico. And if you have doubts about love at first sight, put them to rest. Because with that first sight, Dom knew where his destiny lay. And what a journey it has been. The love that brought them together, that created a family, that extended out into the community with the numerous contributions and charitable services, has built a lasting legacy to a remarkable woman. In the last weeks, words have often failed us as we've attempted to just describe to ourselves the incomprehensible. There is no way for any of us, and particularly at a moment like this, to find words deep enough, profound enough, joyous enough to fit the occasion. But thousands and thousands of families are attending services like this, where we try, where we offer not only words of sympathy and condolence, but where in a few minutes we attempt to paint a word picture of what was lost on September 11th. When Sonia got on that airplane to go out to see her beloved Moki, I am sure that she probably said to herself, "What a blessed woman am I." One of the ways that we memorialize her is to recognize the extraordinary love that just filled her to overflowing for people of all religions, ethnicities, cultures, and countries. She both sought and gave inspiration. She encouraged everyone to be the best you could be. And as a dancer, she understood the dance of life. And she danced it beautifully. And along the way, she choreographed for many of the rest of us. Among the many services that have been held in New York, one in particular included some words that have stayed with me. It was the service for the many British citizens who worked at the World Trade Center and were lost. And they were in a letter written by Queen Elizabeth and read by the Prime Minister, and it was just a phrase. But the Queen reminded us that grief is the price we pay for love. And in her own way, Sonia was a queen of hearts, a queen of life. As we look at the conflict between humanity and insanity that struck us so tragically on September 11th, we understand the great losses we have suffered, but we also recognize we cannot give in to the hatred and bitterness and anger that motivated those who killed so many innocent people. Sonia would have understood that instinctually. It was in her genes to buoy people in times of trouble and turmoil, to show others a way out of their own despair, to demonstrate her indomitable spirit and bring some others along with her. From her earliest days as the young ballerina in training, she has always understood the discipline of gratitude, the need to keep working to give back. And she has in so many ways, whether it's her love of the ballet and particularly the Miami Ballet, her work on behalf of so many other charities that really went to the heart and soul of who she was. She worked for the Red Cross, and I can imagine her being involved in the activities that the Red Cross has undertaken in the last weeks and supporting those on the front lines. She worked on behalf of AIDS Action and GLAAD because she knew that sexual orientation was not a definition of a person's humanity. She recognized that all of us have an obligation to give back in whatever way we're blessed to give. One of the sad ironies that some have mentioned to me about Sonia leaving us so soon and tragically is that we will always remember her as young and beautiful. And that is one thing she would want, to be remembered as young and beautiful forever. As we gather here today to remember that gorgeous smile that lit up a room, that infectious laugh, that endless, boundless amount of energy, I really do believe she only slept 2 to 3 hours a night, and Dom confirmed that. It's hard to imagine she's not going to walk in here. A little late, but beautiful, as always. But she will keep walking into our lives in all the ways that matter. Whether it's remembering a conversation with her, thinking about the stories I've heard of her dancing at Carnival in Rio with her beloved husband, or the way the two of them would carry on after 40 years, which was exhausting sometimes to see. They loved each other as much as they did that moment they met so long ago. Or whether it was listening to her pride in Mark's remodeling plans and life in LA, or Dom Jr.'s latest computer wizardry, or her beloved daughter, whose master's thesis and graduation from Harvard was a particular point of pride. We will be reminded of her in so many ways. I had a conversation with her once about a woman we both admired, Eleanor Roosevelt. And I went back and looked for something that Eleanor might have said. And I found, to my surprise, that she actually spoke to the country before her husband did after Pearl Harbor, because she had been scheduled to give a regular radio address, and she went forward with it. And here is what she said. For months now, the knowledge that something of this kind might happen has been hanging over our heads, and yet it seemed impossible to believe. Impossible to drop the everyday things of life and feel that there was only one thing which was important: preparation to meet an enemy no matter where he struck. That is all over now, and there is no more uncertainty. We know what we have to face, and we know that we are ready to face it. Yet we must go about our daily business, more determined than ever to do the ordinary things as well as we can. And when we find a way to do anything more in our communities to help others, to build morale, to give a feeling of security, we must do it. Whatever is asked of us, I am sure we can accomplish it. We are the free and unconquerable people of the United States of America. And the reason we are is because of people who had unconquerable spirits and a love of life, of family, of faith, and of one another, like our friend Sonia. Mark Anthony has a way of describing his mother and his family, which is called Love Circle Love, where one circles the heart. I'm going to be thinking about that a lot in the days to come. How can we, as we face uncertain times, as we muster the resolve to protect and defend our lives and our values, not lose sight of the central core meaning of life and the importance of love and compassion? Thinking about Love Circle Love, thinking about Sonia, will certainly remind me of what is most important even now. I want to end by reading a poem that Sonia wrote. Life is so precious, embrace it. Life could be better, do not think it. Life is now, enjoy it. Life is what happens while we are making other plans. Life is like a quick blow of a flame from a small match, live it. For life is long, and the time we spend here is so limited. Life is so good and so wonderful. Thank you, God. And for all of us gathered here today, thank you, Sonia. Thank you for enriching so many lives, for motivating and caring about so many people, and for living the American dream in a way that symbolizes what we care about and value so profoundly. We are grateful for the gift of your life. God bless you, our friend, and God bless America.